Welcome back to Joe's Toolbox Exchange. Today we're just going to do a quick video and I want some advice from you guys. We're going to do epoxy floors in here, but I don't exactly know what I want to do. I just know that I don't like the look of the concrete. And we have a rental unit. There used to be a door through here in some of our first videos that got walled off, and we're going to rent that third of the building. So they're over there already redoing all the floors, so now it's just the time to do it here. I can move all the boxes out pretty quick and go into the other room with them, so it won't be too bad. We got to move the compressor and stuff, but that'll probably happen this week. Today is like Wednesday. I think Monday is when they're going to start doing the floors, so I only have a couple of days to decide this. But I think what I'm leaning towards is like two different options, although I'm open to any suggestions. I definitely want to do flake in it, and I want to have the color on the ground not be like super contrasting. So I want to have it be like probably somewhat neutral, like an Arctic silver. If you want to come show this for anyone who doesn't know what Arctic silver is, that's like this color. So this is like gray, and then this is white. So it's kind of like between the two. It's like a light gray. And I'm thinking doing the Arctic silver with like a flake in it, and probably a two-tone flake. So either, I'm thinking blue and black would look really cool, like a dark blue or even a lighter blue and then black with it, or alternatively red and black. I think the red and black would look cool because most of the brands, we're talking like Snap-on, we're talking Mac, are going to be red. For the Milwaukee, we sell a ton of Milwaukee, they're red. Even like, I don't know, most brands, just red seems to be a color that is go-to. When you think of Toolbox, you think of red, which is why I think red would go pretty well. Right now, the lights are all set to red, but we'll have matched the floor. That light's off. But either way, or the black and the blue would look pretty cool. But I want to have the speckle in it because it is hard to keep it clean back here with the amount of tools coming in and out. A lot of them are super dirty, so the fleck will hide some of the dirt pretty well, so I'm not constantly trying to clean it. But it's also going to have like a pretty high shine to it, so it'll be easy to clean with the clear coat after they do the epoxy. So I don't know, that's pretty much what I got. Most of the shop is pretty much the final vision. I think when we move everything out and I put it all back in, I'll probably put it back in a little bit differently. Most of the stuff on the wall is going to stay the same, but I'll do a better job of hiding some of these cords that have just been put up temporarily to get the lights to run. The table is done. This is cool. It needs one more step. We got to weld the final bracket onto it, but ultimately this will be like a little sitting area. I think this is going to go over down there in front of my box where the TV is, and then this will just be boxes. Right now there's not that many boxes in here. The couple US Generals are still here from the previous video, but this time of year it's just slow as you head into Christmas. A lot of people are not upgrading their boxes and trading them, so we don't get them quite as much. And that kind of follows through till like February. I'd say March it usually picks back up for us. The winter is just difficult. A lot of people do not want to travel when the roads are bad, and it's kind of unpredictable here in the Midwest, especially Indiana. You never know what the weather's going to be day to day, so it's hard for people to plan out, a week in advance if they're going to come pick up a toolbox. So you really don't see a big improvement until the winter. And I think also a lot of you guys that buy these boxes and a lot of you watching are like shade tree mechanics. You work at home in your personal garage, and when it's like 10 degrees outside, it's just not quite as enjoyable to be working out there. So you guys aren't really thinking about boxes and tools as much. And a lot of those projects are just waiting until the weather warms up. And then once again, when spring hits, early on spring, the boxes, the quantity of the volume goes way, way, way up. But like I said, this will all go down there. We'll put probably a rug down there that'll tie in well with the floor. And then we should probably do something with the garage door because it's gross. And I've tried cleaning it. It's just stained out, and that's as good as I've been able to get it. So I don't know. Maybe we'll paint it or wrap it. I'm not sure. But for now, my only question, just looking for some advice. I think I asked early on about the advice for the shelves, and I think this recommendation for doing this exact setup came from one of you guys. I don't remember who, but it's worked really well. I need to anchor them all together so they don't have this droop in there. The shelves are parallel, but they just bend a slight bit when they have a ton of weight on them, so that's what causes them to not line up. Once they get lined up, we'll probably put lights underneath to illuminate the boxes this way. But other than that and getting the floors done, this is pretty much the final vision. There's a couple of small other pieces that I need to still get or purchase or put together to get put up around the shop, but overall, I think we started this process of kind of redoing this area maybe 3 months ago, and it's come quite a far way. I didn't really originally intend to redo the flooring, but the price is pretty reasonable because they're already here working on the other side, and this is a slow time of year, so I don't really mind having to move all the boxes out and shut the shop down for a couple of days. Right now, heading into Christmas is the time to do it, especially the 2 weeks before Christmas. We usually have almost no sales. We're lucky if we sell a single box in that time frame. Tool sales are usually still pretty strong. I would say tools always sell, but just not quite in the volume that you have them in the summer months. So I appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward to hearing what your feedback is. If you have an alternative idea as opposed to epoxy or anything, I'm open to that too. We did look at doing the tiles. I bought a bunch of those. You know, like the garage tiles, like a really hard plastic. I laid them out. I just didn't like the way it looked or felt when you walked around on it. And then I've looked at doing carpet in here too, like the tile carpets. And I just didn't like the way it looked either. And it's really hard to keep that stuff clean with all the chemicals and grease that we use. So that's why I've landed on just going with an epoxy, because I think it'd have the best feel when you're walking, the easiest to move the boxes, and then also the easiest to keep clean. But any ideas I'm open to if it's some other product altogether, or if it's just a recommendation on what color you guys would think look good in this space. I know it's a little bit of a hodgepodge. There is so many colors in here with all the different signs and everything, and ultimately there will be even more as these walls fill up. So I don't really know if it has to tie in exactly with something, which is, I don't know. I'm open to any ideas. So thank you as always for watching, and I will see you guys probably again later this week when we get the next video up. So thank you.